Okay, so we're live on Game and Tech Corner, looking at Super Fantasy Brawl. Again, the main part of this is the solo mode. But I also want to talk about some of the combos of characters and link this to some of the tournament play that was going on today. So this was the first official Mythic tournament on Tabletopia. And a very successful day for the first round, or the first weekend, I suppose you can say, of three. And it's going to shape up to be a really great tournament. So kudos to Mythic for getting this game the attention it needs, really, and the play it needs. So I'm going to start with talking about the characters, maybe some things that went on with the tournament. Of the best I knew, I unfortunately I couldn't watch it live or anything like that because of family duties. But certainly I tried to catch up on some of the chat that was going on Discord and a bit of the live footage that was through Tabletopia, as well as seeing some of Kyle's, a regular on this channel, a bit of Kyle's games as well. So first of all, I think there was no surprise in seeing, in terms of when you do the competitive draft, you obviously take 5 characters and your opponent bans one of your characters. And there's no surprise to see Shuzhou and Corvash being, the prevalent, certainly Shuzhou being the prevalent kind of first bans. And I just wanted to show you a little bit about Shuzhou. Now, Shuzhou's got so much about him that hits all aspects of the game. So first of all, he's got a decent health of 9. No defense, but a very decent health pool, which always helps. He also puts a passive ability of -1 defense on all adjacent characters, so you don't want him to be near him. He's got boons to, and this is not just, you got to remember, this is not allies, this is your champions, so this includes Shuzhou as well. +1/+1 with movement. Fantastic. We all know about Flash of Jade, his strongest card, up to 3 targets. He gets to move first and just bloody them. Just absolute crazy stuff. But he's also got these two, Pounce and Challenge, which are manipulations, so pushing and pulling. So not only can he... he's not a massive damage dealer, apart from Flash of Jade, which is just... You can't do anything about it, you can't react or anything about that. But his attacks are not massive, although obviously if you boon it with focus, you're looking at a double with 3 damage. That double strike could be extremely hard. But the idea of movement, jumping 3, so just placing it 3 away, 1 damage, sure, but you're not doing it for that. You're getting it for the manipulation of your enemy characters. He also has a pull technique as well at range, and a very good reaction card against those Dugrans and those Gawains, those or Lorelai's. I mean, if Lorelai does a Nature's Wrath, that's the one. If let me get this card out because I think this is really important to point out. Lorelai's attacking card. Hang on, let's get rid of that solo a minute. So, Lorelai's attacking card, very, very strong. 3 to 4 range, so she doesn't have to be close, which is really what she needs to be doing, is keeping away. But 3 damage, ignoring defense. That's massive. So, now, the problem with the combo between these two is pretty much any decent player will be using this to take out a character. And I think that's the important point to make, because to do this reaction is not to be taken out of action. So I think there's something to be said for that, to be honest. But if it doesn't take out the character, for example, then that's 3 damage going through to one of Shuzhou's characters, let's say. If it doesn't take it out, that is a mistake. Especially if they don't know that this is in their opponent's hand, because it's going to do 3 unblockable damage back to Lorelai, and she only has 4 health anyway. So that means you knock her down to 1 health, and then you just need to use a red standard core action, and she's out of the game. Now, as I said, I think most people, if they know how to play Lorelai, will effectively use Nature's Wrath to finish off an opponent. I mean, it's such a good card for that. You use Nature's Wrath to finish off an opponent. You level her up. You start drawing an extra 2 cards at the end of your turn, and then that is such a massive bonus. And then you just put her away, out of play. Wait for her to heal up if she needs to, or just heal her allies. You can place your target adjacent to Lorelei, which includes your allies, so she can be objective holder as well. Yes, I think people are put off by Lorelei because of her 4 health, and the fact you can push and pull her around, send her into traps. There are ways around this, forcing and everything, but if she needs to be out of sight. She's out of the fray effectively. So you want to complement her with some pretty tanky characters that you can, or good movement characters, to be honest, that can get into objective places, so that she's not the target, that they are the target, or they're going to lose the points from those objectives. But going back to Xiao, this can be very strong. I mean, if Gawain's out there. And she's pounding in with Chain Lightning Fireball with 3 damage, possibly more with a boon. If she's not taking you out, beware of Revenge. It's a blue card reaction as well, which is really nice. So I'm not surprised Xiao's being banned a fair amount. I would expect that. Corvash is a big hitter, admittedly. Obviously, these two together are an obvious combination. With Xiao's Flash of Jade, and then Corvash, basically just all of his attacks really, really beefing up when he goes against someone that's bloodied, a character who is bloodied. So if we look at Corvash's and the reaction card, which again is blue, just to point out. But if it's bloodied, force 1 movement. We all know about Chop, how big that is. Push 1 and stun 1. More manipulation of enemies. If they're bloody, +2, that's a 4 damage attack, and then movement with a 3 damage attack. So he's a big hitter. So I think Corvash is a big hitter. Sometimes it's situational, depending on if the target is bloodied. Gawain is the glass cannon. We all know that. And the key with playing Gawain is making sure you keep her out of range. She needs to be long distance. If you can get that kill with Gawain, and when she levels up, then her ranges just get ridiculous, and it enables you to keep her out of range. Very similar to Lorelei in the sense of keeping her out of the range and having your 2 complementary characters really getting up with the objectives and maybe helping take out those characters. But she can be extremely dangerous. If she's leveled up, you must beware of that, and maybe prioritize her as your target because she does a lot of damage. We've seen a bit of Kilgore going on, which is fantastic to see. Again, he's got a lot of stuff going on with his as well. He's got forcing. He's got good damage. He is tanky, as we know. So we're seeing a bit of Kilgore play. Goldar, Nevermore is another one. Taze is another one. We're not seeing much of Kalel, my most recent painted miniature of what I saw. This is, you got to remember, this is what I saw. Wrath, Darren's wasn't used much. Arquette, I don't think was used much. So I think in terms of play, I don't think Gawain was taken a lot, but a bit. These were the kind of characters that were taken, of what I saw, mostly. Now, I'm going to try a few different combos here, just to kind of maybe what I think are good combos of characters. Now, without the obvious 2, I think hitting Suzhou and Corvash is very strong. I think, to be honest, Lorelei on any team is a strong addition. Just because if you can Nature's Wrath one of your enemy characters, take them out and level her up, she just helps the other 2 characters no end, no matter what the characters are, because you're more likely to draw those cards that you need. Like her with Marius could be exceptionally good, because you can start drawing those Marius cards you really want to help you to utilize them fully to cause all of that damage that Marius can certainly do. So I think this is a fantastic combo. But you can basically what did I see today? These 2 and someone else, I can't remember. Sulker's also really, really good as well. Good manipulation again, which can be really, really handy, and pretty good movement. But you can put these three together. That'd be quite nice, to be honest, as well. Now, one thing I do like is getting Wrath in there, and the main reason why is because he's got an amazing reaction card, and I've talked about it before. Oh, where is he? There he is. So he's got a few different things. He's got decent damage, but that +1 defense and jump 2 with a yellow core is just massive. He's got double, of course, and if you've got Shuzhou in there, he can boost that up to maybe a 3. And we're talking about 3 movement, 3 damage. Huge. He's got drawing and planning, and if you play this first, the next one ignores defense. So he's good against those big chunky defense characters, maybe those Dugrans and so forth. Jump 2, damage 3, jump 2, strong attack, and this one deal 2 to unblockable to an adjacent enemy if it was damaged, place him adjacent to an ally. So that movement, I really like Wrath. I like Wrath in concept, and I think he could be extremely strong as a character. He's obviously very squidgy, which is his huge disadvantage, and all of his attacks, I believe, well, not all of them, but the vast majority of those attacks are adjacent. So you've got that problem of, well, he does some good damage, but he's very likely to be, if you are attacking, he's very likely to be adjacent to an enemy if you haven't taken them out for their next turn. So easy to kind of take out, to be completely honest. Except for go to ground, which is quite nice. So you can basically dodge out the way on your defense, possibly. So Wrath, I hope to see Wrath a little bit more in the next round. I think we're going to see kind of more of the same in sense of, I think Nevermore is a very popular character. He's got a bit of everything. Again, just like we saw with Shuzhou in a way. Good health again. Lifesteal with 2 damage, good. He's got swoop, so he can get around the board nice and easy. Movement 2, got range, planning. He can place... This is nuts. The guiding light is absolutely nuts. But the problem with him, apart from this nightmare, he's got no enemy manipulation. And that is a big disadvantage. I think that's a huge disadvantage with Nevermore. But if he's your third character, so for example, if you've got these two and maybe Nevermore, that could be, again, very, very strong. So, what's my first... I've already said I don't want to go with that combo, as it were. I want to go with a slightly different combination. So, I'm thinking... I'm going to go Lorelei. I think she's a real good potential. I mean, what you can do is the 5 you take forward. If you take these 3, you're pretty much you're not guaranteed, but one of those are going to be bang. That's probably going to be the thing. So you want to try and think about, right, it's probably going to be Shuzhou, but they might. It depends what other 2 you take. You'll need some kind of support, or they might well just take away Lorelei because you've got no support then. So Sulker's always a good kind of that, or Nevermore. Sulker or Nevermore is always a good kind of that utility support character, or to be honest, Wrath. All of those are very good. Darren is very strong, especially when she's on trap hexes or on enemies on trap hexes. And that's the thing, is your opponent's always going to be thinking about Darren, and that's what's so great about her. She's also got an absolutely amazing reaction card, of course, as well. But for this case, I think I'm not going to take Sulker. I'm going to take Darren, and I'm also going to take Kilgore. So my idea here is I'm utilising a bit of everything. Now, if they take away Darren because they don't want me to have range, that's fine. If she takes away Darren, I've got my 3. Okay, so if my opponent takes away Darren, I've got my three strong ones. If they say, let's take away Shuzhou, which is probably the most likely from this, then I've got a choice. What do I want to go with? And to be completely honest, as Shuzhou's gone, I would probably discard Corvash. I think these are fantastic together. You've got that support character with Lorelei. You've got range, and a lot of range, with Darren. And you've got that really solid, tanky character with Kilgore. So I'm going to give this a go. This is going to be my first games team. Okay, so let's put the other characters to the side. Now again, a lot of this game depends on a card draw as well. So it's not all about just, what's the best character and what the best combos of characters. Now, and obviously I'm playing this solo, so this is not like a proper game, as you would imagine. But it should give an idea about how this team plays. And that's my whole point about why I'm doing this. Now, not a huge amount of hit points with this particular group. But again, that was not my choice for this particular group. I'm hoping the combos of characters will really key into this. Okay, so now we've got to decide on who we are going against. Now, Darren's out of the picture, of course, because I have chosen her. So let's see what my AI opponent is going to get. So Darren is down in 5, so re-rolling 5s, and we get a 2, so we're going to get, and Kilgore. So 2s and 5s, that was a 2. 6, so Gawain. 2 again. 2 again, I'm getting lots of 2s. A 5, no. 2 again. 1, Goldar. Shazam. No, 1, 5. So basically we need a 3 or a 4. 3, is Shazam. Really nice team that. That is a solid team in its own right, I have to be honest. So we're following the normal solo rules that I've done before. And if anyone's in the chat that played in today's tournament, it'd be great to hear from you. So we've done this, the first 2, so now we reveal the champions. I'm using the grandstands today. So have 3 champions adjacent to the same statue and control the enemy deployment area. Some pretty slow burning challenges, so that's good. Now we place the traps, rolling the dice to see where these traps are going. So 2 are going, 1's going here, and 1's going here. And then we mirror that on the other side. We draw a hand. I need to shuffle my deck properly first, rather than getting... I need to set up the AI cards so I know what the AI will be doing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are first, so unless I'm going to be planning that one, which... Let's see what we've got here. Got a good push, but that's probably not going to go. That's probably not going to go. That certainly won't go. So I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use that. That may work. So I'm going to be playing first, remember? And we want to be going to the same statue. So I'm actually tempted to play a little bit defensive and head over to Rygal's yellow statue. Put me quite far away from the enemy. That's what I'm thinking. So with that in mind, I want movement more than anything. So actually, Healing Ray might be one to keep, because that's got a movement of 3. And I probably don't need to heal until I draw through again. I think I would probably just keep 1 and discard 4. Just to try and get a bit better of a draw. Right, let's grab their cards. So we've got Shazam with... Excuse me, sorry, one second. So Shajal's got Flash of Jade, Pounce, and Challenge. Gawain has Flame Spear, Chain Lightning, and Ignite. And Goldar has Plunder, I think. Remember right? Was Plunder, Anchors Away, and Harpoon Strike. Okie dokie. So we're ready to go. So I'm going to keep Healing Rain just because it's got 3 speed. So we'll put those there, and then we'll draw another 4 cards. That's a good mix of colours. That's always a good start. Ooh. That could be really strong. Heavy Shot could be a really strong, especially if I'm heading over to the Rigel statue. I can get on there, but I'm not going to be able to target anyone from there. Well, now, whether I can get to the other one, I still will not be able to attack. Yeah, okay. So I might change to red statue, actually, just to hit that heavy shot. Maybe. Because if I'm on a trap hex... Yeah, I don't see that happening, to be honest. But I can do Prowl and literally get that one back. Oh, this is really nice. Place the target adjacent to Lorelei. Maybe the axe. So that could be really handy. Okay. Okay, lots to choose from anyway. Okay. So we've got a hand now. So now we move on to the next stage, which is us deploying the characters. So 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So if I'm going to be going to the yellow statue, I pretty much definitely want to be putting Lorelei here. And then targeting... Oh, so annoying. Because she can move 3. 1, 2, 3. Then she could do Grappling Vines onto this character. And then place them over here. Or no, I can place Darren there. And then I can just have Kilgore here, moving to here. Have I got enough cores for that? Yes. So that's my thinking at the moment. Using these 2 cards and a blue core for movement of 2. I'm not going to be planning Heavy Shot, which is a bit of a problem. That's a bit annoying. Will she survive? Probably not. I really want to be able to do that. I mean, oh no, I can. Yes, I can. I can do this. I can do this. So we're doing that. We're doing that. I figured it out. So we're ready to go. Let's get going then. So I'm going to play our yellow core. Oh, sorry. Kilgore goes here. Darren goes here. Now I need to deploy. Completely forgot to do everything. Roll this. So on the left is Gawain. Ooh, that's not good. The heavy hitter. Then we've got Goldar, leaving Shizao here. Okay. So now we've deployed, we can get started. So I'm going to start with Healing Rain. I'm going to move 3 to here. I'm not going to heal, so I'm just using it for the movement. Then I'm going to do Red Core to move to here and target Kilgore to move him over to here. And then finally, I'm going to do Prowl, which is going to draw 2. Oh, sorry, I'm going to move 2, draw 2, and plan 1. Now, the problem is I'm going to lose 2 of my reactions if I plan this. But I really want this. She's on the trap hex. Whether she'll stay on the trap hex is very unlikely, to be honest. So maybe it's better to give her armor that's persistent to make sure she's still alive at the end of this turn. Hard decision. Whether to think she will be in a similar position next turn, or whether to go for the reaction and just save her. She could easily get squished in 1 turn against this AI. Now against the AI, she can definitely get squished because effectively they're going to be able to do attacking actions in their turn. So I would, if I was playing it in the normal game, I would 100% go planning Heavy Shot. But I think with knowing the AI and the AI system, I think Darksteel armor is probably the best, is the most sensible play. Because I'm worried about Chain Lightning, first of all. Lorelei's going to get pounded for another 2 unblockable damage, which is never nice. But if we can save Darren, that'd be strong. Yeah, I'm going to start save Darksteel Armor. So that's going back on top. That's my discard. Refresh cores. And draw 5. I think in this early in the game, it's important to try and keep... Oh, we have got Darren. Okay, that could be really strong as well. Especially as my only yellow card. I'll be using this one as well as this one if I use my red. There's the planning one as well. Okay. Options. Right, let's see what they will do. It's going to be Gawain. And she is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from her target. She can certainly go in a straight line. So it is going to be Chain Lightning. So yellow core. She's not got to get within 2. So she's going to move up to 2. To get into range. And then hit for 3. So this is attacking me. So this is what I did it for. So, So I'm going to use Darksteel Armor to get +1 now and then +2 for the rest of the turn. So unfortunately it's going to do 2 damage onto Darren. And it will also do 2 damage to Lorelei, as she's the lowest health other character. And she is 2 hexes away. That's Darksteel Armor done. So we still got a potential ambush. It's Gawain again. Oh dear. So I think she's going to move on to Flame Spear now to stop me from hitting that objective. And I don't know why I've just done that one. So Flame Spear is next. So it's going to be a red core. She does need to be 3 away. So she... I don't think she can get anyone else in range. No, she can't. So she's going to move back 1 to get into range. And she's going to do a 3 damage attack. Except for... Because I've done Darksteel Armor, it's only going to do 1 damage onto Darren. But she is going to be pushed. And there's no point... Well... No, there's no point spending my... Well... I could spend the yellow. I would have no damage on me then. And then I'll be able to go over to that one. You know what? I quite like that. I am going to do that. I'm not going to take the 1 damage. I'm going to react again. I'm going to have 1 action on my next turn. Which will be a blue core. So literally just planning. But then... I don't meet the objective, do I? Not sure what the best plan is here. I was thinking of going to that trap hex, but there's absolutely no point, is there? No, there's no point. Sorry. Scrap that. Or I'll just use yellow to do something else. And finally, it's going to be Shuzhou, who's very far away. And we need to use the blue. So we'll not be able to hit a target, so it's going to move 2 towards the nearest objective, which is 3 adjacent to the same statue. So it's going to move to 2 to here. To go towards his other friend, as it were. Okay, well they stopped me from hitting my objective, which is their main ambition. Let's refresh their cores. Advance the track. Control the yellow area. Well, that's kind of quite useful for me. Obviously, I don't now have 3 adjacent to the same statue, so I'm not hitting that. I have a blue and a yellow to use. So this could give me a better blue. What do I want to do here? I think I'll just move around to the yellow area. Yeah, so we're going to go blue. We're going to move Lorelei over to this yellow area here. I'm going to draw one. We get a blue, unfortunately, not a yellow, so that's no use. So we can just spend the yellow to move one and heal one, that's fine. Then we're going to plan 5. So we want Darren's yellow. That could be really strong. That's quite good. Sorry, I just spent that. No, I kind of want the different cards, so that's fine. I'm going to spend the yellow to move Darren 1 and heal 1. Okay, refresh cores. Draw 5 cards. No reds. We drew. I think do we draw all the reds so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's one more red left. Okay, we've got Spring the Trap if they go to the trap, so which could happen. Right, let's see what happens. It's going to be Shuzhou. He's quite far away, so I think it's going to be a pounce. I don't think he can pounce Flash of Jade. 1, 2, 3. No, that doesn't hit either. Okay, so I don't think he can attack. 1, 2, 3. So he's literally going to use Pounce to jump 3 to get into the yellow area and for the next go. Next person is going to be Goldar. So we need to blue or red. So it's going to be Harpoon Strikes, the only one he can do, which is fine because he's going to move 2 to here. Going to target Lorelei for obviously the 1 damage, but the whole point is to pull. I'm not going to be able to do anything about that. She's not gonna die is the most important thing, but again, it is taking out the thing. Do I want to move Darren adjacent? Is there any point? Ooh, right. Here's a little bit of a shenanigan. Now you could say this is playing the system a little bit, but there's definitely what Goldar would do. If we have a look at Goldar's thingy, he's an objective hitter. So he isn't trying to, well, even though Lorelei would be the target anyway, he's trying to get her out of the yellow zone and away from that statue. So pull 2 would do that. However, I'm going to play Darren's reaction. Now the reason why is because my reaction, placing Darren adjacent to the attacker, triggers before Harpoon Strike. And they're going to have 1 more core left. So I place Darren here on this trap hex, and then Lorelei gets pulled 1. She does take a damage. That is the disadvantage. So she may not survive because I'm now getting pulled into my 1. But why did I do that? What was the point of that? There was a reason for doing that. I really can't remember what it was. Actually, no, that was really dumb. I'm going to take that back. That was pointless. I will not do that. I will not spend my yellow core, and I will not take the extra damage on. I'm just going to let that happen. So she gets taken out of the yellow zone and next to the statue. That's fine. Right. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Roll the dice, and it's a 2. So it's going to be Shuzhou again. If we can take out Lorelei, he will do. He's got a blue core, which is a challenge. Ooh, which is a pull 1. So I think, yes, she will. Shuzhou will continue to do what he's doing. So he'll just stay here, attack. I think yes, attack Lorelei. Yes, definitely. He definitely will because he doesn't want to go out of the yellow zone, of course. So just attacking Lorelei for 1 damage effectively from the pull. Now this is where it's not worth it. I could put Darren next to the yellow zone, but there's no point. So she's going to take 1 damage from being pulled in. And that is the AI's turn. Let's move them along. So Lorelei's nearly dead. I don't think I've got the heal at any kind. Control the blue areas next, by the way. Okay, so if I can push them on there, that would help. Ooh, that's nearly. Okay, let's think this through. I've done no damage to them. I'll be trying to hit the objectives. That's always good.